Godhra Incident Overview. The narrative surrounding the Godhra incident presents a complex web of conflicting accounts, with some portraying it as merely an accident while others speculate involvement from the ISI. Over the past 22 years, various entities, including the government, police, media, and the Supreme Court, have attempted to clarify the uncertainties, yet the circumstances of the February 27, 2002, event remain tangled in ambiguity. Furthermore, there are suggestions that the efforts made over the years may not have aimed to resolve the case, but rather to further complicate it. Conflicting narratives. The video delves into the intricacies of the Godhra incident, questioning who the true perpetrator is and revealing the underlying truth behind the Sabarmati Express fire. Following the demolition of the Babri Masjid in 1992, tensions rose surrounding the Ram Temple issue, culminating in a significant gathering in Ayodhya in February 2002 for a religious yagna organized by the Vishwa Hindu Parishad, attracting devotees and volunteers dedicated to the temple movement. Historical context. In February 2002, approximately 2,000 car sevaks departed from Faizabad to Ahmedabad aboard the Sabarmati Express, scheduled to arrive on the morning of February 27th, but running about 4 hours late. The train reached Godhra station around 7:40 a.m., and after a brief stop was halted by an emergency chain pull, after which it remained at the outer signal area, which was predominantly inhabited by the Muslim community, including street vendors from the Ganchi community. Train journey details. As the train arrived, a crowd of 1,500 to 2,000 intensified their assault with stones, specifically targeting the A6 coach of the Sabarmati Express, where many returning Karsevaks from the Ayodhya Mahayajna were seated. In an attempt to protect themselves, passengers closed their windows and doors, but flames erupted in the S6 coach, rapidly spreading to 4 nearby coaches. Approximately half an hour later, law enforcement and fire services arrived to control the situation. In the tragic Godhra incident, 59 Hindu pilgrims and car sevaks, including 27 women and 10 children, lost their lives when a fire engulfed the Sabarmati train. A survivor, 16-year-old Gayatri Panchal, recounted the horrifying moment when stones shattered the train's windows, allowing her to escape while witnessing her family perish in the flames. The incident also left 48 others injured, drawing the attention of the National Human Rights Commission for an investigation. Casualties and survivors. The haunting scene of the burned train, filled with the belongings and scorched shoes of victims, captures the tragedy of the Godhra incident. Despite various theories surrounding the cause of the fire, from an accident to a premeditated act of arson allegedly involving foreign conspiracies, the true motives remain obscured. The ongoing confusion prompts a critical question: why has no definitive truth been uncovered by the authorities, and was there even a genuine effort to seek it? Investigation challenges. Following the Godhra incident, the Gujarat government established the Nanavati Shah Commission, headed by retired judges G.T. Nanavati and K.G. Shah. After Shah's passing in 2008, the commission was renamed to include retired Judge Akshay H. Mehta, and its report indicated that the fire on the Sabarmati Express was part of a planned conspiracy aimed at targeting Hindu devotees. Additionally, both the driver and assistant of the Sabarmati Express confirmed that the train was halted upon approaching Godhra station. Nanavati Commission findings. Repeated chain pulling was evidenced by instruments and stated by Gujarat Police's Additional Director J. Mohapatra, suggesting that the arson of the Sabarmati train was a deliberate conspiracy rather than an accident. Preparations involving petrol-soaked fabrics and torches were in place before the train's arrival at Godhra, with concerns raised about ISI sleeper cells being involved. The incident, marked by subsequent clashes between Hindu passengers and Muslim vendors at the station, raises questions about the motives behind this orchestrated attack. Conspiracy theories following the events surrounding the Godhra incident. Hindu activists raised slogans advocating for a Ram temple in Ayodhya, with reports of similar incidents surfacing at other stations. The Nanavati Commission found no substantial links between these incidents and the Godhra train burning, suggesting a premeditated conspiracy aimed at destabilizing the administration, with key accused identified as local clerics and a dismissed police officer. In 2006, the Banerjee Commission declared the incident an accident and dismissed conspiracy theories, which was met with skepticism by several political factions, leading to legal challenges regarding the Commission's legitimacy. Political accusations. The proceedings of the case relied on the Nanavati Commission's report, which negated the theory of a larger conspiracy behind the Godhra fire incident, presenting it as an accident. However, an independent team of eminent jurists, including Ainsley Thomas Emery and Martha Nussbaum, echoed this sentiment while raising concerns about how such a significant fire could arise from an accident. Further complicating matters, the Gujarat Forensic Science Laboratory's report indicated that flammable liquid was used to ignite the train coaches. Court rulings. The report establishes that the attempts to ignite the train occurred from inside rather than outside. It highlights two key points. The height of the train windows made it difficult to introduce flammable materials from outside, and the minimal scorching observed outside the windows contradicts the idea of an external attack. Forensic findings. The forensic report indicates that the fire on train S6 was not caused by a kerosene stove used by passengers, but required at least 60 liters of highly flammable fluid, which was likely poured inside the coach near seat 72. The Nanasawadi Commission found that Hassan Lala opened the vestibule connecting coaches A6 and A7 to introduce petrol, but escaping the train unscathed after such an act seems highly improbable given the crowded conditions. Fire origin theories. Questions arise regarding how a crowd of 1,500 to 2,000 was able to obstruct the Sabarmati Express in a premeditated act without police or intelligence awareness. The Nanavati Commission's findings face skepticism for possibly aligning with the Gujarat government's narrative. While hopes lay with the courts for justice after years of investigation, initial arrests and a filed FIR established that approximately 1,540 individuals attacked the train. Mob violence. In the wake of the 2002 Godhra incident, a mob obstructed police and fire brigade efforts to aid a burning train, leading to the arrest of 51 individuals on February 28, 2002. Key suspects, including local councillor Haji Bilal and municipal president Mohammed Hussein Kalo, were later apprehended, along with over 100 other conspirators in subsequent years. A fast-track court was established at Sabarmati Central Jail to expedite hearings, which began in May 2009. Arrests and investigations. The trial court's decision shocked many by convicting 31 individuals for the incident, labeling it a planned conspiracy. However, due to lack of evidence, key figures including prime conspirator Maulvi Saeed Umar and others were acquitted. Ultimately, while 20 convicts received life sentences and 11 were initially sentenced to death, the Gujarat High Court later commuted the death sentences to life imprisonment, leaving the true narrative of the Godhra incident unresolved. Court proceedings. The events of the Godhra incident remain shrouded in uncertainty, as the lack of concrete evidence has led to divergent narratives about what transpired that day. No version fully captures the truth, leaving questions unanswered about the reasons and identities involved in the tragedy. However, it is unequivocally clear that humanity was the first casualty in the fires of that day. Unresolved questions. The events of the Godhra incident remain shrouded in uncertainty, as no definitive answers exist about what transpired or who ignited the fire on the Sabarmati. Each narrative surrounding the event presents varying truths, none of which may be wholly accurate, indicating that the reasons behind the tragedy are still unknown. However, it is indisputable that humanity was the first casualty on that fateful day. Unresolved questions. The events of the Godhra incident remain shrouded in ambiguity, as the exact circumstances surrounding the fire on the Sabarmati Express are still unclear due to a lack of evidence. Each perspective on the tragedy offers different narratives, none of which can be deemed completely accurate, making it difficult to ascertain the truth of what transpired in 2002. However, it is unequivocally stated that humanity was the first victim in the flames that day. Trial court verdict. The events of the Godra incident in 2002 remain shrouded in ambiguity due to a lack of evidence, leading to diverse versions of the truth among witnesses. No definitive answers exist regarding the causes of the fire on that day, and each narrative likely holds only fragments of reality. Ultimately, it is clear that humanity was the first casualty in this tragic chapter,